So Certain is a West Australian based science and technology business. We specialise in provenance science and a method and technology that we developed. And what we do is we support our customers and stakeholders to build trusted and resilient supply chains. And how we do that is we deliver the capability, for all of our stakeholders inside our programs to test the provenance of their product. And what this effectively delivers is the ability to know where it's come from, which then, also provides some insight potentially into how it's been made, all of which are very important to consumers today. So at the back of COVID and also just a generally more, complicated world with respect to supply chain, we're seeing enormous opportunity for us as a business as we start to engage with clients all over the world who are looking to build these transparent and more resilient supply chains. And off the back of a reasonably solid $2 million of revenue, we're looking to grow internationally and build out our international client base. And the IPO is there to do that. We're also looking to extend and build out our capacity and capability for servicing these clients out of our brand new headquarter facility here in Perth. So the technology itself, which we sort of generally put into a bucket of provenance science, what we've done is we've taken a concept which was first developed in the late 70s by a co-founder of mine, John Watling. That concept was called, and we still refer to it as this, gold fingerprinting. And what that technology or method did was link stolen gold primarily back to the mine of origin. What we as a business have done is taken that concept and applied it across a whole range of industry verticals, ranging from agri-food through to seafood, mining, metals, minerals, diamonds, and what we've done is then taken that and sort of implemented it into supply chains. So what we're looking to do now as a business is grow that supply chain offering, and how it works is effectively with our customers, which are either the sources of these products or maybe stakeholders in these supply chains. We check to make sure that the products and the claims that are on these products with respect to source are true, and therefore you can rely on the information that's been transacted along these supply chains. The size of the market's obviously a particularly big question. I think probably where we start there is that as a technology and a service offering, we're relevant across a whole range of industry verticals, which I mentioned previously, ranging from sort of ag and agri-food all the way through to minerals, metals and diamonds. And so if you think about sort of the supply chains that bring these products through to you as a consumer, we're relevant in all of those markets, right? And so whether it be the $500 million seafood industry, which is a specific type of shellfish, right the way through to potentially the rare earth industry globally, all of those are directly relevant for us. And so the market opportunity itself for us as a business is very, very substantial. Where we fit is somewhere between sort of the existing markets around certification and testing, which is typically reserved for quality and safety of a product, and then also from a supply chain perspective, the more general supply chain management, which is sort of can be as simple as the barcodes that go on these products. And so we sort of sit in between the two. Both those markets are growing very quickly, right now, mostly off the back of the supply chain challenges that have come out the back of COVID, but also the more general ESG tailwind with respect to not just product, but also how products have been made, their impact on the environment, etc. So the traction generally has been really good. And I think, there's a couple of ways to look at sort of traction, whether it be the uptake or of it from a client perspective, but also just a general validation of our commercialization model. And what we're seeing is, we've got engagement across our industry verticals with products, that are as low value, for example, as wheat, where we've got some government related services, through to things like lettuce, which again is comparably, relatively low value per gram, all the way up to diamonds. And so what that means is that the service itself is relevant, right the way across those price points, which means it's not just about price from a consumer-driven expectation perspective. And then in terms of actual uptake, we've got success in each of those key, industry verticals that we're working in, which is one of the reasons why we're obviously going and raising capital and completing the IPO as we look to expand into all of those areas. the management and board, which is, sort of been a combination of either a group of people that have been around this business sort of since it was first formed, right through to sort of newer team members inside the last 2 years. From a technical perspective, just from my own personal perspective, I'm a forensic scientist and a forensic investigator by training. My niche expertise is in and around the influence of organised crime on supply chain. That's what I've done as a forensic practitioner, which is obviously directly relevant to what we do as a business. Around me, I have John Watling, who was the developer of the concept all those years ago in the late 70s, gold fingerprinting. Rachel, who leads the operations and technical team, who's been a forensic practitioner for over 15 years herself and has also used the technology from a forensic perspective. So these guys obviously complement my skill sets and lead a very deep technical team. What we've then done over the last 2 years in particular is we've wrapped all those other corporate skill sets that are needed to become a public company. So new CFO, Nick, a new Chief Commercial Officer, Catherine, and then to complement all of that, we've strengthened our board. We already have a reasonably deep corporate experience board with Rob McKenzie, the chairman, and Anthony Shields. But what we wanted was more public company experience, and so we're able to attract Sue McLeeman, who has a fantastic history and track record there, and Phil Warren also. And so, all in all, we've sort of, over the time that we've had, we've put together what I think is a great team ready for IPO. Certain is an operating business. We already have clients, as we've talked about, and we've validated our commercial model. And so what we're looking to do is to take the IPO funds and invest in growth. And primarily that growth is going to be around business development and marketing, which could obviously be locally, but we're also looking out at international expansion locations and how we might attack those international markets. We're also looking at expanding our facility locally here to ensure that we've got the best capacity that we can have, but also as efficient as we can. And then we're also investing into what we're calling Provenance 2.0, which is pretty exciting for us in terms of the next iteration of our science, and which is all about doing those processes faster, but also getting the business ready for having multiple locations around the world whereby these samples and analysis might be coming back to us. I think the thing that most excites me is that we've built a fantastic service offering, and our customers are all really engaged and really happy with what we're delivering, and we're having really good impact inside the sectors that we're working. We've also taken sort of the time over the last 12 months to build out a fantastic new high-tech lab facility here in Western Australia, which gives us so much capacity. I think the most exciting thing for me is, how do we take advantage of those two critical things? And what the IPO gives us an opportunity to do is to take, what is a fantastic service and take it to the world. And what I'm hoping we can demonstrate really early on is inside those, first, periods of time, some really solid uptake inside these sectors. And having access to capital is a really important part of that story.